Coach. Thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Baltimore Ravens. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Now Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsay. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. On 2nd and 15 now. Rodgers, a fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, there has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Mike Daniels makes the tackle. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Jackson. Dancing to his left. He's going deep for Brown. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Breanne Body Calhoun. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsay, and he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13, Rodgers. He'll get this one to Galladay. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay, 87 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. The tackle there by Quandre Diggs. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check three. Slam.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. On 3rd down, Jackson. And Ingram holds it in. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give him 17 on that pickup. They'll run on 1st down. Abraham. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line, it's the tight end, it's your wide receivers, everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that if they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 3rd down, Abraham. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
You got 30.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Trying to lay one up, and at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Detroit! 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Extra point good by Prater, and that'll make the score 14-0. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On second down now, Abraham. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Jackson looking to throw on third. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Now, remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on fourth. They're going to try a second time.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill, kill.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. The Ravens send their punter out now. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. To throw is Rodgers. To throw on third down. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
258.
On first down, Lindsey. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Lindsey. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
38-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Johnson. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Johnson. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. On second down, it's Lindsey, and he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. On third down, here's Lindsey. And he will have the the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Subsequent gains of 3, 4, and now 5 yards. Good enough for the first down.
First down, Lions.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman of the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. Shoot! Shoot! 26. 40's mine. 40's a mine. 40's a mine. And what's that? And what's the ball? Mike's 40.
They'll try to run with Lindsey. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Get 300! Get 300! 40, Mike, 40! Bring it! Bring it! 40's Mike. 40's Mike. Look again.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hockenson, but now it's 3rd and goal.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Philip Lindsey, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Rodgers going to throw. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they? Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing is Jackson. Steps away to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. What? 58, right there.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hayes. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. first possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door. And running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff. Johnson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
58! Hey. Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right. Everyone, we got 4 down. Tighten up. Back north.
Rodgers now on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On second down, a run with Lindsey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye Mike Daniels in for the sack. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down. Now it's the backup Bridgewater. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Phillip Lindsay there, but it'll be second and goal.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Second down and goal. Bridgewater. Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay. His third touchdown of the season, all coming in this game as his guys continue to pour it on. Prater for the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Lions 31, Ravens nothing. Sam Martin set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. It was the free safety, LaMarcus Joyner, that time, able to make the play. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jackson now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick, and he's able to bring it. Continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He'll find Lindsay here. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing now is Rodgers. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, let's go.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Lindsay. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Kill.
Second and 9 at the 33-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. Forced, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jalen Ferguson. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. The Lions on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. Pretty sizable gain of 8 that time on the keeper, but now it's 4th down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 20. Four-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that?
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Brian Burns able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Switch. Recon, 132 fighter. Right. Hey, 88.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turns into a nice play.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. With it is Brown. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. On 1st down, Abraham. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there, getting him the first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Looking downfield for Jones. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves real.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Brianne Body Calhoun. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Bridgewater to throw it. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Rodgers. Throwing deep for Galladay. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this? And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jackson flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead drops from 34 down to 27. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Brian Burns able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Throwing here, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was their defense that really